Hello class, welcome to Fall 2020 Calc 1. I'm Pam Woodbury and I'll be your instructor this semester. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you throughout this fall semester, and I hope that we have a great semester and that you learn a lot as we move forward. Just wanted to touch base with you since we are a fully online class. That means that everything we do will be through Canvas. So I wanted to give you a brief tour of Canvas. When you log into Canvas, this is the screen that should appear for you. And you can see that I have broken up your work into modules. So far I have the first 4 modules listed for you. More will be coming as the semester goes on. But you're going to want to start with, before you even start with this general welcome, I highly recommend that you start by looking at the Concourse syllabus. So when you click on the syllabus, you read through there, that'll give you a general idea of the class and how grades are going to work, all that detail like that. Also, the other place that I highly recommend you check out here is announcements. So I'm going to go over to announcements, click on that and show you what's there. So in announcements, there's already quite a few announcements for you here. One is this welcome message video. I will be posting this video right here so that if you want to watch it again, you can. Also, there are some other quick announcements. One is how to create PDFs using smartphones. Since we will be fully online, everything through Canvas, in order to submit files to me in Canvas, you need to take pictures of the work that you've done, create a single PDF for each assignment, and then upload that single PDF of all of your pages of work. And there are free apps on your cell phone that do that quite easily, so check out this link if you need some information on how to do that. There's also a quick video intro into Desmos. Desmos is a free graphing calculator. It's available both as an app for your phone and as a web-based online application that you can go to. You're able to make an account for free, which I highly recommend, because if you do that, then while you're working on problems, if you get a little stuck, you can actually just send me a link to your work and I can go and look at it and say, oh yeah, here's what I see. Maybe you typed this number wrong, or you know that you're on the right track here, but you need to modify there. It's a lot easier if I can actually see the work that you're doing. So Desmos is a very cool tool. Here's some information in this link about purchasing the textbook for the class online. You could purchase the textbook in hardcover through the bookstore. It's not really what I would recommend, because for just $40 you can get online access to the book and all of the other resources that are provided online that the hard copy wouldn't have for you. It's $40 for a semester, or you could pay $80 for 12 months. And that would technically get you through Calc 1 in the fall, Calc 2 in the spring, and then if you wanted to, Calc 3 in the summer, and you would just pay that $80 once. But if it's up to you how you want to do that, $40 now or $80 will at least get you through the 2 semesters. Then finally, the last announcement that you see here is the discussion question participation info. Like I've been saying, since we are an online class, in order to get some student interaction, I will be having discussion questions about once a week, pretty much always once a week, and I will have you in groups for the discussion questions. So rather than interacting with 30 people, you'll be interacting in a small group with 8 or 9 people. And so we'll talk a little bit more about discussion questions later. But the nice thing about the discussion question being in groups is you will be able to also do other chats within that group. So let's go back to the home page. On the home page, it's not shown here, but in your home page, right here above the to-do list, it should say the group that you're in. And if you click on that, it'll take you to a separate page within Canvas. It'll look just like a Canvas homepage, only it's the homepage for your group. And then within that group, you are able to initiate discussion questions. So you could post a discussion, hey group, how's it going? Let's get together and work on this homework together. And that would be really great. But at the very minimum, you will be responding to other people's discussion prompts from within that group. The announcement here about discussion question talks about what counts as a good post, as a quality post, substantive post, as opposed to, oh, thanks for the graph, that looked really good. That will not count as a substantive post. You wouldn't receive credit for that. So you definitely want to kind of read through this and make sure that when you're replying, that you're replying in a way that's meaningful. All right, I'm going to go back to the home page. You see over here on the left, you also have links to the Learning Center. The Learning Center is where you can receive free CGCC tutoring. They are also online, but there's a way to connect with them directly online and work with the CGC tutors. There's a link to your textbook here. And within each module, there will also be links that correspond to that module. Let's look at the module 0 for a minute. There's a welcome message here from me. There is a discussion question 0, which is where you get to introduce yourself to the other people in your group, and then you will respond to 2 other people. And then there is a Google form here that I'm asking you to fill out to help me get to know you better. This is information that only I see, and it helps me as I do my planning for the rest of the semester. So please fill that out. There's some student expectations, resources. I'm going to click on this link right here, and I'm just going to show you, see this little circle over here is blank right now. After I click on this link, we'll come back in a minute. After I click on this link, well, of course, Canvas is going to be slow now while I'm making the video. Hopefully, there we go. Here is some more information about using Canvas as a student, which will be even more helpful than the video that I'm giving you. But I wanted to point out this one link down here in particular. How do I view comments from my instructor? Check that out, read through that, because I will be giving you feedback on your work. And if you don't know that the feedback's there, you don't know how to find the feedback, this is a great place to come and check to learn how to do that. Now let's go back to modules again so you can see what happened in module 0. That open circle turned to a check mark. That's good because all of these open circles over here need to turn to check marks in order for you to get completion for this module. And the next module will not unlock until you have completed all of the items that have little circles next to them up here in this module. Because of the nature of math, because we will be building on prior knowledge as we move forward in the course, modules will only open up after the previous module has been completed. So opening these pages, see if it just says view, you just need to open it and read through it and it'll automatically check. This one here, the Google form, you actually have to come back and mark it as complete. So after you've opened it, you've completed that Google form, come back over here, check that circle so that you can get credit for completing that part of it. That way, the module will know that you finished and the next module will unlock for you. There is a syllabus quiz here. The very last question of the syllabus quiz is yes, you agree to the syllabus, or no. You have to click true that you do agree to that syllabus if you wish to remain in my course. If you can't agree to the syllabus for some reason, let me know and I will do what I can to help you find another section of calculus that you can be in, because since that is our kind of like a contract for the course, we have to be in agreement on it before we can proceed. All right, so that's all the welcome stuff. It will take you a little while to read through it all, but it's all important. Spend a little bit of time each day working through that material and turn in everything. You can see when the due dates are here, August 27th for the syllabus quiz, and for the biography. Next, you will see that there's this Module 1. Module 1 will open up, and you can see there's fewer things that are required. I will be requiring that you complete the quiz and the discussion question before you can go on to Module 2. However, you definitely will want to work through the presentations. That's where all the material is that you need to learn. And then you will want to do the homework, because that's how you practice the work that is presented in the presentation. You need to get practice, make it your own, make sure you totally understand it. Reach out to your group with questions that you have. Reach out to me with any questions that you have. Like I said, you really need to own that material before you try to take the quiz. The quiz is a once and done. You don't get multiple attempts at the quiz. So you want to make sure that you do the best you can on that by doing all your practice ahead of time. These are the textbook resources that I was referring to. Not only do you find your homework assignments there, but there's extra resources that the publisher makes available to you. So if you've purchased the online access, when you click on these, you'll get some extra resources available to you there. The presentation. The presentation is made up of slides that you'll read through, activities that they'll ask you to complete before you click on the next slide, so that you can try your hand at it to see if you're doing it well before you move on. The presentation includes links to multiple videos. One thing I've heard in the past is, gee, it would be nice to have more videos of people working through this material. And so I have found lots of really good videos for you, and you definitely want to watch those videos. There are oftentimes information in the video that's not in the slides, and so you need to watch the videos. That's where the material is being presented. This is a 4-credit class, which means you should plan about 12 hours on average every week for this class. So will it take time to go through those videos? Will it take time to do the homework? Will it take time to do the discussion question? Yes. You notice there's only one due date here for everything. But if you wait until that day to do your work, you will not succeed in this course. If you're planning on spending on average 12 hours a week on this course, you do not want to spend all 12 of those hours in one day. You want to spend time every single day on this course, so that you have time for your brain to work on the material when you're offline, so that you don't get fatigued while you're going through the material. Research has shown that if you spend a little bit of time every day, it's better than spending a lot of time all at once. Then, for the homework, when you click on a homework set, it'll tell you which problems to do out of the book, and it'll also tell you that there are solutions provided. And the solutions are down here in this PDF down here. They're solutions provided by the publisher for the textbook. The reason I give you these solutions is because homework is your practice time. It doesn't matter whether you get it wrong 5, 10 times in a row. What matters is that you're learning and you're figuring out how to do it correctly. That's your practice time. By the time you get to the quiz, you should have gone through the homework, checked your work, checked your solutions, make sure that you're doing the homework correctly. If you just go to the solutions and copy those over to get completion credit for your homework, you're not really going to learn anything. So just keep that in mind. And for homework, I do only check it for completion. I do not check it for correctness, because that's your job to check it for correctness after you've completed it. Solutions are also handy if you're stuck and you don't really know how to get started. That's a good time to check the solution, just to give you some ideas of how to get started, and then close the solutions, go do the work on your own, and come back and check them. Remember, you do have your small group that you can ask questions to, and you have me. Please send me questions. That's what I am there for. And there's a good chance that I'll get your question, and somebody else will ask that question, somebody else will ask that question, and then I'll say, hey, I'm just going to send out an announcement.